great to be here to do another rig rundown, and I'm in the wonderful Parr Hall in Warrington, along with Alex from Massive Wagons. Mate, thanks for having me.
Good to see you, mate.
You've been a great host so far.
So, very welcome, mate, yeah.
So firstly, if you see anybody wandering around or you see lights flashing, a bit of noise, then obviously you haven't sound checked yet. The guys are busy setting up for tonight's show. And we have this beautiful kit behind us. So how's it going, first of all?
Yeah, it's going great, yeah. So
amazing.
Tonight's a tribute to our third album, Paul Nelson. So we're playing that full album in full, including all the bonus tracks and stuff. So some of the tracks we've not actually played for 7 or 8 years.
Wow,
so
amazing
we've had to go back and relearn them all and rehearse them. So yeah, it might be a bit ropey tonight.
It's nice that though, isn't it? It's good to have a challenge every now and then.
Definitely, yeah.
And is this a one-off show then, or
one-off show?
Purely one-off show.
Purely one-off show. Yes.
So if you miss this, you're done. No chance.
That's it. So we did Welcome to the World 2 years ago, which was our second album, and then we're going to hopefully do this
work your way through.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
As long as by the time we get to the end, probably Barry will be about 85. But but no, we'll keep going as long as people keep coming.
Of course.
We'll keep doing them. So.
Well, and I was saying when we got here, the last time I was here, I was watching Ian Pace and Nico McBrain doing an audience with. So it's sat right
Big
where you were. So no pressure.
Now you've got me.
Yeah, no pressure. So as you can see, we've got this beautiful Jalapeno kit behind us, and for those that aren't aware, Dave Nuttall from Jalapeno, he's kind of your neck of the woods, isn't he?
He is, yeah. Lives in Morecambe, so 2 miles away from me, a couple of miles away from me.
Was it always going to be the way that? How did you know? Did you know about Jalapeno anyway?
Nope, I didn't know Dave. And we were rehearsing in the Music Co-op in Lancaster, which was sort of our regular place to go. And Dave popped his head in at the start of our rehearsal and introduced himself. Told me about his brand and that he made kits and stuff, and he said, if you're interested in a kit upgrade, give him a shout. And to be quite honest with you, at the time I thought, I can't really afford a new kit. And the kits that he showed me were the Russian doll type ones, so he had a pack away kit, and he showed me around it later that session, and I thought, it's just not for me. It just doesn't look like a rock kit.
I know what you mean.
About a few weeks had passed, and he popped his head in again and said hello. We had a good catch up. He's a good friend of mine, Dave. He's a great guy.
Nice guy.
But he told me about what he could make, and then I got a little bit curious then, and it got to the point where I fancied a new kit. So we went out for a coffee, I think, and I told him what I wanted. I wanted a rock kit that had all the pack away benefits as well, because we were travelling around in cars and vans and stuff, and being able to pack away the kit into 2 boxes was incredible. Really,
it's amazing for the loading and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. More t-shirts, more CDs, all that kind of stuff.
It's important, that, isn't it?
Very important.
That's a massive chunk of the band's income, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Huge, yeah. It's top priority as well when you're starting out. Being able to keep going and pay for fuel and all that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
So took a bit of a leap of faith, really. Not in terms of I knew his quality was really good because he showed me around. It, but this is what I got. So I originally bought the 22-inch kit, the 10, 12, 14 and 16, which all pack away into two cases.
So the bass drum splits and the floor tom splits.
That's it. Yeah, both floor toms.
Both floor toms.
Split. Yeah. So I get in the 22-inch case. I get the bass drum. I get the 16 and the 12, and then in the smaller one, I get the other 2.
That's
mad.
At
the time, I had a 5-inch deep snare as well, which also fit in with that as well.
Literally 2 cases, and your hardware and cymbals.
That's it, yeah.
That's amazing.
So, and it's still scalable now. So if I want to do a small gig, or if we're doing a small gig, or I need to get it in my car, I just pack what I want. It's
incredible. But the important thing is, it doesn't take away from the sound either.
No, well, I've still got it.
Sounds mint.
We're playing. Back then we were playing pubs. Now we're playing.
It's come with you all the way.
Venues.
So how long have you had this? Have you had this from?
I've had this being my 9th year now.
Wow,
so yeah, round about the time we released this album, actually, I think it was maybe around that time is when I got this, and I've had offers for new kits and stuff, but this is. I honestly think it's getting better over time. I don't know whether it's my hearing's getting worse, but no, I honestly think it's getting better, and I absolutely love it. Love it.
It's a great kit, and it still looks good as well. And so these are finished birch as well, aren't they?
Finished birch, yeah.
So it's proper wood.
Yeah.
It's not balsa wood or anything like that.
Yeah, it took Dave 10 weeks to make this. So I don't think he uses any of the compression techniques. I think he does a lot of it by, however he does it, air drying or whatever it is. But no, I love it, and I'm not looking at buying another kit, and if I was, I'd probably go back to Dave.
And the fact that it's got that local interest as well. Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? I know it doesn't really matter, but it kind of does.
It does for me. I love that. I still go to the local music shop. All my gear's from the local music shop where we can support local businesses and stuff.
I love that.
Ace, you know?
That's really cool. And I mean, just talk us through the sizes then. So we've got...
Yeah, so 22-inch kick drum. When I first set about a new kit, I wanted 24, just because I thought bigger was better, but practicalities of a 24-inch bass drum apparently, like door sizes and things like that.
Absolutely,
So I was talked back into 22. I've got a 10 and a 12 on the...
Depths look the same on those two, are they?
They are. They're 8-inch depth. I think that's right. Or is it 10-inch depth? Yeah, 10-inch. They are the traditional series for the toms, and then the 2 floor toms are the elite series. And this is the classic series.
Oh, so they're
different series of drums apparently, based on what Dave's previously built and made.
Okay.
So that's a different snare than what I originally bought. That's a 21 series snare, which is 8 inches deep. So my original 5-inch one it was a nice snare, but it just didn't quite cut it for rock band sort of stuff. So I said, build us the biggest snare you can make. And
you were telling me before, I was watching you change the head on the snare. It's got 14 lugs.
10 lugs.
Right, I see.
Was it 10 or was it 12? Yeah, but it's got a lot.
They look really closely spaced.
They
are, it might be more. Might be 12.
Yeah, I think it's 12 actually. Yeah, that's
that could well be 12. Yeah, but it sounds amazing. And obviously, I've just watched you rehead it. So you're on. Is it Evans? You're on?
Yeah, Evans G2s. Yeah, I used to use the aquariums, but struggled getting them after COVID.
Yeah.
So
I think a few people have had that issue.
I don't think there's much difference between the G2s and the aquariums. No. I was using the Response 2s. But yeah, the G2 clears for the toms, and then I use a Remo controlled sound reverse stop for the snare.
So you're not endorsed by heads or anything?
No, just I like what I like, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I would like an endorsement, but
if anybody's watching,
if anyone's watching, but I'm pretty particular about quality with stuff.
Absolutely.
And all of the stuff I'm using now, I've come to the conclusion that it's good quality and it doesn't let me down, And that's from I've had everything and tried everything, and this is what I've settled with over the last 3 years. Nothing's really changed. And
I have to say, I was obviously here when you were tuning it up before, and you tuned the 10 and the 12 were done in literally seconds. It was literally like, there it is, and I was like, wow, they do these things. They're not a gimmick. They really sound top end, don't they? And I've known Dave for a long time, and I've heard a lot. I've had a Jalapeno kit myself, and top quality.
I think you can just tell with the amount Dave knows about every little intricate part. Quality is like his top concern, and it shows with the sound and the resilience. I've played hundreds of gigs of these over the last 8 years. We do 60, 70, 80 gigs a year, probably more some years.
It speaks for itself, doesn't it?
Speaks for itself, it's packing away, putting it, every night. So.
And you don't have a tech either, do you? You do it yourself.
No,
you love it that much.
I
can't have any hands on it.
I don't enjoy packing away. I love building the kit though. I like to make sure it's right and it's set up right. And packing away I want to make sure that's done properly as well. And don't get me wrong, I'd love to have a tech, but I like to be busy as well. I'd be sat, I don't know, reading my phone.
It's going away right as well at that point, don't you? So that's quite cool. And you unusually on one of these great Yamaha hex racks as well. Has that always been the way?
No, not at all. So I used to just use normal mounts when I started, and then I went through a couple of racks. I bought a couple of cheap racks, and they didn't really work for me. They kept moving and stuff, and I'd read about the hex racks, and I'd seen a couple of drummers using them, and I thought, wow, that looks great quality. So I invested in a hex rack, which is not cheap, but
some positive feedback there.
But the quality is just amazing. I'm a pretty simple drummer. I'm not a real technical drummer. I drum for the song.
That's another podcast, Dane Campbell.
Yes, I do, and all I want to worry about when I get up behind a set of drums is just the music. I just want to focus in on the music. I don't want to worry about things moving, things letting me down, things breaking. So solid, reliable, good stuff,
Yeah, yeah.
and then I just get into the music then. Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, it looks solid, and it's one of them. Sometimes when I sit behind somebody else's kit, I'm like, I don't know how they play this. You could sit down and just play on that straight away. I'm not gonna.
You should, yeah.
No, I shouldn't. Trust me. But no, it's a great looking kit, great sounding kit, and it's quite simple in some respects. The setup's not for the music you're playing. You could normally see a massive cymbal setup, but you're quite, you're on Paisty cymbals.
Yeah, 2002 series.
Yeah, and they sound well. We know what they do. But again, not endorsed.
No, not endorsed again. No,
unusual at this level, but
yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm rubbish.
It's quite refreshing, I have to say. Because some people are endorsed with cymbal felts and all sorts of daft things. But I mean, there's a place for that, of course. But so run us through the cymbal setup that you've got.
So I've got a 14-inch hats, 2002 series, and then I've got a 17. And I've actually got two 18s on at the minute. Cause, I normally have a 17, 18 and a 19.
Yep.
And then in my spare case I have a 20. So if the 19 cracks, I put the 20 on, or I shuffle them all around, whatever it might be. But I couldn't get hold of any 19s recently. And then I've got a Meinl ride, 20-inch ride, yeah. So that is the. You should know this.
We're getting closer.
It's a classics.
Oh yes, I know that.
Customs, 22-inch. Yeah.
Nice.
But again, just a nice, solid, really reliable gear.
Yeah. That's what you want, absolutely.
I did have a China for a bit, but I was only using it for like one song, and then we dropped that song, and I still had it up, and I'm like.
Rest of the band members love Chinas, don't they? A little bit in the middle of it. So it's it's a great sounding kit. You're on ears these days. You're saving your ears a little bit rather than getting the head taken off with wedges.
Definitely, yeah. We stopped using wedges a long time ago, probably about 6 years ago now.
Yeah.
That was a big step up for us.
Did you find it made a difference to being on stage, to the actual playing side of it?
Personally, no. I quite like a low sound, so I can hear. I like to hear my drums.
Yeah.
Personally, so I don't have to have them really loud in my mix, and then I've just got enough sound so I know where I am in the song.
So you're keeping your ears in good shape.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. Now I have to say, kindly, this episode is sponsored by Ramrods. Now you're a Ramrods. You are actually endorsed by Ramrods.
I am. Yes, that's right. Yeah.
And I have to say, these things are pretty wonderful. These are the closest thing to sticks, but that aren't.
Yeah.
And you've done gigs on these, you were saying.
Yeah, I have. Yeah. So again, I'm really particular about the gear that I use, and hence why I don't have many sort of endorsements.
Yeah.
But I got given a set of rods back in sort of like June last year, I think it was, and I'd practiced with them, and I felt like it was really improving the way I played, really well balanced.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, might be onto something here. And then we did a gig for our fan club in Lancaster upstairs in a pub. Yeah. And usually my kit in there dominates everything. No one can hear anything.
Sure.
So I thought I'll use the rods, and it was fantastic. I had a brilliant time. The sound, because I was much more controlled. Yeah. Still enough sound. It wasn't quiet. It's like a controlled amount of sound.
But the engineer can mix it.
Yeah. They can push up, and I can also. I don't have to hold back. I can drum how I normally drum.
Yeah.
And we had a brilliant time.
That's massive. To be able to do that.
Confidence-wise, it's amazing. So and then the guys at Ramrods, Tony, came down to one of our gigs in Lancaster last year and brought me the range and showed me some more bits. So and I love them. So I do most of my practicing with them, and I do like the gigs where you need a controlled sound and you're not having to hold back.
Sure. So it doesn't really change the feel much, does it?
Not at all, mate. No.
There are other. I'm not going to say similar. There are other alternatives, which I hate playing with. I'll be honest. I'm not going to mention any names, of course. But these things are phenomenal, and the range is huge. Anyway,
it's massive. Yeah, well, I've settled on the three. I use the classic birch.
Yep.
So that's like a heavier version, still really balanced.
Yep.
I use the rockers.
Yeah.
When you want to give it a bit more, when you're bit more clout.
Yeah.
And then if you want to have the same feel of sticks, but a much more controlled sound, use the foamers. So they've got the foam insert.
Yes.
And these come in these come in the smaller size as well, which are also really, really nice to play.
Like I said, anybody who was at the UK Drum Show last year will have seen the range. It is enormous.
Massive, and I've got it all laid out in my practice place. Yeah, just because it looks ace as well, and all my kids love it because they've got nice colours as well.
Well, have you got one of the little ones, the little key ring ones?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
my son goes to school with one of those on his bag, so there we go. So thanks to the guys at Ramrods for sponsoring this episode. Really appreciate it. So we will include I will include their website address at the end of this. So if you're interested, get them because they are fantastic things. So, mate, I know you've got a sound check. There's probably annoyed sound and lighting technicians going, come on, get off the stage. So thanks for having me, mate.
Welcome,
I'm coming back for the show later on, so
fantastic.
I'm looking forward to seeing it. So thanks again. So thanks for watching.
Me, cheers.
See you soon.